welcome back to my channel. This is Lorien with the Wellington Witch. Thank you so much for being with me today. This is going to be your bi-weekly reading starting from the 3rd of August and going all the way through to I think it's the 17th of August. It'll be in the title anyway, I'll confirm the date of the last one, but around the 17th. We start the 2 weeks off. Oh, we've got some ink and charcoal around here. We start the 2 weeks off with a full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd of August, so we'll be going in a little bit with that. This reading is to do with your sun, your moon and your rising sign. You can look at your Venus. I would recommend that you just focus on the main three, otherwise it gets a little bit complicated. And as always, thank you so much for commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, making sure that you click on the alert bell. Some of you are kind of like first responders. I just see you immediately coming up whenever I put on a video. So thank you so much for everybody who's spending the time with me today. So hopefully we'll get some good information. We're doing a little bit differently this time. We have the Moonology Oracle deck, we have the Druidcraft Tarot, but we still have the runes. And it's going to go 2 cards for love, 2 cards for career, and general overview along with these 2 here. So that's enough rambling from me, but if you do want a reading based on anything I say in these readings online, or if you have a question that you'd like me to look into for you, all the ways is to get in touch and get a reading from me are down below in the description box. All that housekeeping out of the way now, let's get into your readings and I'll speak to you guys very soon. Hello beautiful Taurus, welcome to your reading. So this will be for you, sun, moon, rising, as I said before. Let's just get straight into the cards. So we start the 2 weeks with the full moon in Aquarius, as I said. This, if you are Taurus rising, will be in your 10th house of career, success, fame, your reputation. So there's going to be some shift. Maybe you're going to look at your area of career in a different sort of light. There could be a little bit of a study for you guys into whether you want to focus on something in particular, whether you want to change tack even. But I do feel that with basically the spotlight of the moon in your career area, you're probably going to have access to some subconscious need that you haven't considered before. So that should be interesting. All right, so let's see what's coming through. So 2 for love, which is Prince of Cups and the Chariot. 2 for career. Oh, okay. And then we have 3 for your overview. So you have 2 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and 9 of Pentacles. I'm just going to make sure that these don't look all squiggly for you. Obviously, we're going to be doing the runes as well. So let's see. Okay. Don't worry, I will be bringing this up to the camera so you can see them too. I feel for the most part there is some anxiety going on, obviously. I think some things are not serving the purpose that you hoped they would in your life. There's still some disappointment here that you're trying to process and you're trying to overcome in some way. There's some form of disappointment, or there's some form of I don't know, a kind of imposter syndrome that I'm getting here. Like am I good enough for this? Is it going to make its mark? Am I going to find the right people to actually be in my life? Love area doesn't seem too fussed at the moment, but I do get the impression that there's a lot of mental blocks and things that are kind of standing in your way, which is just in your mind type thing, because these are very well, this less so, but this in particular is your mind is playing tricks on you. If it was the 7, if it was the 7 of Swords, I'd say yes, there's definitely something else going on here. There's something of somebody else coming in and actually putting blocks in front of you, but this is just the mental thing. But anyway, let's have a look. Your love issue love reading, should I say, is quite nice. The Prince of Cups and the Chariot, it's kind of like you have grown from the page and you're going into the Knight now. And this is something that is more focused on taking action when it comes to emotional fulfillment. So you're probably going to be taking steps to ensure that you feel like you're being treated a certain way, treated how you want to be treated. There's just a lot of groundedness here. Now the Chariot is quite a good card to have as well, for this is victory and self-assertion. Maybe there's, for some of you, you're wanting to kind of control an aspect of your relationships, not just love and romance with other people. And I feel like this could be something that you are focusing on the next 2 weeks. Like maybe you're hoping to make a promise or fulfilling a promise that you made on the last new moon. Or it could even be that, you know, as this full moon comes into effect, you're like, right, okay, so I now have more idea of where I need to go. I have more idea of which rein I need to pull. It could also be two people here, very different people, almost being forced to compromise or work together or something like that. It just feels like there's something that's coming into effect over the next 2 weeks that you may start to see changes happening around your love life that you have asserted. And I do feel that this is out of love, this is out of compassion for yourself, this is out of maybe a romantic notion that actually comes true. You know, some people are very uber romantic, like, oh, flowers, roses. You seem to be kind of, no, this is right. And you do something that's very important in your love life that leads you to having a good sense of control over how you react to things, over how things go, and how things are moving forwards for you. You have a big say in that. So I think that's very important. On the other hand, with your career area, now you're not alone actually. Let me just, come on. You're not alone with having the Nine of Swords. Other people have. So if any of your rising or moon even have got this, this is kind of a theme for the next 2 weeks. So there is anxiety in your career. There's maybe some sleepless nights or a bit of insomnia going on about the next steps and what to take. But this is the King of Wands. He is not somebody to worry too much. He follows the spark, he follows his vision, he gets excited about ideas, and he has this authority where he's like, yes, what I say goes. Similar to this one, it's kind of like, you know what I say is going to go. He's very keen. I feel like for some of you, this person reflects yourself, and this person reflects, for other people, somebody else. But the king himself, he comes across as very invested in things. He follows things that makes him happy. He follows things that, you know, excites him. And if he has an idea, he'll follow it through. He can sometimes fizzle out and go, it's not working, and then find the next shiny thing. But I do feel that if it excites him, he goes for it. And I think this is kind of saying, don't worry so much about the practical application. Worry more about what excites you, what you feel is sparking your creativity, sparking this vision, sparking this desire to go forwards and see what things are happening for you. You know, don't worry so much about, oh, it has to be a certain way, or I'm worried about making the wrong choice. What choice feels like it would fill you with joy? You know, what choice makes it feel like you're going to be doing something that you always wanted to do, or that makes you feel like you have a future in your chosen career. So I think that's going to be something that you're focused on. And then for the general overview, you have the Two of Wands, which kind of carries on from the King of Wands here. So this Two of Wands is very much about progress and discovery. It's looking into the duality of things. So you've had the idea with the Ace of Wands, so which isn't here, but you've had the idea. And then the two is about picking at it, focusing on it, having a look, seeing if you can ferret into the depth of it, seeing if you can make something of it. because maybe there isn't something to be made of it, but you had the idea, so you need to follow something through. And the only thing is, you have the Ten of Swords, and that could be that somebody is, or the past even, has taught you that you're just going to be defeated if you follow this idea, or you're just going to be defeated if you try and do this again, or something like that. I think this is self-defeat, really, rather than somebody physical, because like I say, I don't see the 7 here. There's no 7. I'm inclined to believe this is you feeling a little bit of loss about yourself, or defeat, self-defeat. But you have the 9 of Pentacles here, so let's just cover that one up. So if you had just these, if you take out the sense of, well, maybe not, I don't know, you've got brilliant cards. So the 9 of Pentacles is my favourite card. This is your self-sufficiency, you're having enough money to do whatever you need. Also, I think this is you being very settled within yourself, and you have everything you could possibly desire. You know, things are coming to fruition. You have a lot of gratitude, you have a lot of understanding about where this is taking you. So I feel like if you removed this, you would probably feel a lot healthier in your heart and mind. Sorry, my microphone wire just making an appearance. Okay, so I'm just going to do some runes now. See what's coming up for you. Taurus, please. Oh, you are the 3rd person in a row to get the blank one. So you have a new slate if you want it. You can start something from scratch. You can completely redo something if you want to. This could be you toasting the full moon, saying, yes, by next time I'm going to make something new, or make a promise to yourself, or start clearing out energies that you no longer need. But this is here to have that blank slate. So let's just have a look. Taurus, please. Because you have 2, which is interesting. So the first one you have is, oh, okay, so this is Wunjo, but this is upside down. This is comfort and pleasure and joy, and it's very much a 9 of Pentacles card. But with it being upside down, I feel like there's just focus on here. So you should have joy and comfort and understanding within yourself. You should have this feeling of being and staying true to you, really. And you have another one that's upside down, or reverse. And this is, I can't pronounce the name. But this is, I'll just go Thursdays. But this is a thorn. This is reactionary force, defense and conflict. So it could be that you're defending in the wrong place. Or having a conflict in the wrong place, which is again here. So you're like, I need to put my hackles up, or I need to do something and protect myself, or something that just feels like a pushback here. So I think that your anxieties and maybe your mental state is saying one thing, where everything else, maybe your intuition and stuff like that, is actually telling you another thing. This is where this comes in handy. I think maybe these two, you have to wrangle them both together. You have to wrangle your intuition and your mental maybe issues. Again, I say issues, I don't mean like illnesses, I just mean like the mental blocks that you have, the mental mistaken perceptions, I would say. You know, you're perceiving something incorrectly, so you have to wrangle them together. And I think that makes it more easier to control, easier to assert, and therefore you get a victory over it. So victory is yours if you want it. It's just a case of handling in manifestation, you have to turn the negative into a positive. So it may just be switching those ions, you know, making sure that every time you have a negative thought, go, no, and catch yourself doing it, and then switch it. So it's yours if you want it. And I think that that's very important, really. Let's just have a look at what your moon cards have to say. this one. Oh, so it's a new moon in Aquarius. But bring love into the situation. Maybe you have to look at this entire situation in the perception of love. So again, like I say, the relationship thing seems you're in control there. You will feel more confident in that area than other areas this week or this 2 weeks. This is kind of saying bring that sense into everything. So bring love of yourself and your work and your personality and everything else into your decision making. Do what you love, which is what the King of Wands does, you know. And I think that this new moon in Aquarius probably harkens back to earlier this year. Maybe there was a point around January, February, whenever that new moon was, that you felt more like you were in control of something. You had a purpose, or you had something that you knew you wanted to do, or you knew you were going to do and do well. Maybe there's something there that you wanted to focus on. So just bring that back. Bring the love of something back into the room. Let it back in, instead of forcing it out because you feel like it's lying to you. It just feels like let it back in. And then I think that you'll absolutely be fine over the course of the next few weeks, just to kind of understand certain elements here. Whew, there was a lot going on there for you, Taurus, but let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. If you would like a reading from me about this or anything else, all the information in the description box. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves and each other, and I'll read for you very soon.